Thank you for coming back to today's video. Like we had told you the previous video, today we're going to be visiting other farmers who are growing hot pepper. Mr. Del Gracious is going to be taking us through as we visit some of the other farmers that he works with in this job. So they'll be teaching us some more about growing pepper, and if you have any question you can still leave it in the comment section, so don't go away. Greetings to all of you watching us. Today we are visiting the garden for Mr. Katende Ambrose. He has just started growing pepper. He saw this job and really fell in love with growing pepper. So he's located in Kamango in Impeji district, and we are going to be visiting his garden. He's one of the farmers that Mr. Dale trained, but we will also be visiting the other farmers who have been doing this job for a long time. But Mr. Katende has just started to do this job. Mr. Dale Gracious is a lead farmer in Impeji district, so farmers in Impeji district can easily work with him as they grow their crops. People grow their pepper in plantations like banana plantations because they don't have big places where they can grow things. So they can grow them in plantations, as you can see here, and it will still come back. The banana plantations can easily bring in shadows, but if you take care of these plantations and make sure that you reduce the number of shadows that are cast by these plantations, it will help your garden to still flourish. My name is Katende Kamonde, and I'm a Muganda from Buganda Kingdom. A Muganda has two names. A name that is given to you when they've just given birth to you, and also the name given to you. I am 51 years old. I have 10 children in one woman. I'm a worker in PG district. I've been working there for 22 years as a borehole maintenance technician in PG district. Because the salary is too little, I add on doing things like farming. Doing this is due to my father. My father was a farmer. I thank God he's still there, and he's 94 years old. We used to grow coffee, and coffee is seasonal, yet problems are not seasonal. There is always a need. Explain to us, what prompted you to start growing pepper? What caused you to start? Learning from Mr. Dale, I learned that growing pepper, he explained to me the good things about growing pepper. I also googled more, and then I got to learn more about growing pepper. The good thing is, after starting to harvest pepper, you are sure that there will be some money coming into your home every week, and you will be able to take care of your home and the school fees for children. What are the problems that you have encountered in growing pepper? Well, from the time I began, one of the problems I've encountered is this: pepper needs a fresh garden. For you to clear a garden, to clear a forest and plant on a fresh land, it is extremely costly if you grow pepper on the land that is really being used by other crops. Now when you come to this rainy season, you have to be weeding every 2 weeks. So you see, I've been trying to use some people to help me when the children go back to school. But now that the children are in the holiday, they are the ones doing the weeding. The children and my wife together, they are doing the weeding, which helps me to save the costs that I spend on weeding. Now this land is like 1 acre and a few inches. That is the place where I've planted hot pepper. For me, I am growing hot pepper, not chili pepper. This is going to be the first time that I grow pepper. So I could not transplant when we did the nursery bed because we were in a hot season. So I kept my seedlings in the bed for 5 months. How do you keep your seedlings in the bed without them getting wasted? There are some medicines that Mr. Dale gave me that I've been using, like Green Miracle, to spray on, and I manage it to slow down its growth. Instead of you transplanting in that hot season, yet you cannot maintain the garden in the hot season. So we delayed the growth of the nursery bed so that we can transplant in the rainy season. So when you see this garden, it has spent 7 months so far. 2 months here and the 5 months which were in the bed, and they spent the 5 months in the bed because we delayed their growth. In clarity, Mr. Dale told us that for pepper it takes 2 months in the nursery bed and then 4 months in the main garden till you start harvesting. But for him, it's going to take him 8 months to harvest because they delayed the pepper in the garden, intentionally delayed the pepper in the seedling. They intentionally delayed the growth of the pepper in the nursery bed. When you keep them in the nursery bed without transplanting, they don't grow so fast because they are packed together. Also, for you as a farmer, you can intentionally slow the growth of this hot pepper while it's in the nursery bed. You just don't spray them with water and don't give them any fertilizers. They don't get any effect while they are there in the bed. So you see, these two, they all came from the same bed. So what he's been doing, because his place is small, he transplanted some, and then later on, after the first transplant has grown, he brought the other new seedlings from the bed, from that same bed, so that they all don't grow at the same time. So that while this one is getting big, the other one is still small in size. That is how he has managed to plant a number of crops in a small piece of land. Now you see this pepper, he has overly packed it, because now when they grow and they spread, it would be hard for you to have a place to pass to monitor your crops. But you see, this helps him to harvest way more. That's why he has other crops, other seedlings coming in the garden later than the others, so that he can plant way more on a small piece of land. One of the problems we have encountered is pepper can no longer be harvested for a long time. Long ago, pepper used to take long while you're harvesting. It would grow so tall and it would take so long as you keep harvesting. But now you can harvest for only 1 year. Because those days pepper would grow and you would harvest as if you are harvesting coffee. So now you have to plant 3 feet, leave 3 feet from here to this side and 3 feet to this side, and then you can plant to give it room to grow. So here he overpacked them. It looks like he did 1.5 feet apart, but at least even if he delayed the growth, 2 feet at least. But this is small. The spacing is too small.
Kakati.
I've had some people who advise that the first flower you should remove it to give your pepper room to grow more. If you do that, that is very bad because you will cause yourself to lose.
Okay.
Because by the time again another flower comes, then probably it dies off. So now you see this one. It has laid fruits. If you had removed this fruit, you would have made a loss because now this flower you're seeing is a second flower. So he advises it's best to just leave it to grow. Don't remove the flowers.
Green.
Now the other thing I've seen, that pepper that is dark green grows differently than that which is light green. Well, green grows more, but the challenge is with dark green is during the rainy season, it overcracks. It cracks a lot and makes a lot of rejects, unlike light green. So it seems also that the light green and dark green, they have variations in how they grow and their resistance to harsh weather or weather in general.